So we can move this along to more NFL stuff, man. Because we've not done a lot of NFL stuff this year, man. It's been heavy college football, but I finally got a chance to watch a lot of the rookies play yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about Caleb Williams to start. Damn it, that boy good. Damn, that boy is good, bro. I watched him pick apart the Jacksonville Jaguars, and many would say, "Oh, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars." That's fine. If he played bad, I would be here to criticize. If he plays good, I have to show the boy love. He, the things that he did well in college are starting to translate, and we worried about that. We worried about how does that arcade like style of running around and slipping past defenders, how will that compute in the league? Will he make good decisions with the football? Will he take care of the rock? Will he still be able to evade rushes like that? And all of it's translated. All of it's translated. And shout out to Ryan Poles. We talked about the receiving core he was going to inherit this year with DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze. Those guys are being fed. They are producing. Right now, they have this is a solid team.
Mm-hmm.
This is a solid team. It's what we thought it would be going into the year. They've performed. Shout out to him. I mean, he's guiding it, and I mean, he's only gonna continue to get better.
Oh yeah.
The more and more he's able to get comfortable with just sitting in the pocket, knowing what he's looking at, the more and more in trouble the rest of the league will be. I mean, he had a play yesterday where he went from 1, 2 to 3, then back to 1. And I mean, it was beautiful to watch because you're watching a kid not just run around and be an athlete. You're watching a kid play quarterback at a high level. And I just got to give credit to that. Even if it is Jacksonville, credit has to be given where it's due, man. He played stellar football yesterday, man, in London. I don't know if you got a chance to catch that game or
I didn't catch it, but I heard he had a career high four tutties yesterday, and I think for me, man, it was just a matter of time. We just had to give him time, man, because a lot of people. I mean, he's a rookie and he's a first overall pick, so he's gonna struggle. Obviously, you just had to give him some time. And then that Taylor Williams that we've known from USC was gonna come out at some point, man. The dude is ridiculous, man. Like I like what they have moving forward. You know, you got some weapons in DJ Moore, and I can't think of the guy's name from Washington. I can never get his name right. I can never say his name. Yeah, I can never get his name right. First round pick in this draft, but he got weapons out there around him. You know what I'm saying? And he's utilizing the skills that he has, and you know he's playing good football for them. So kudos to him, man. 4 tutties, y'all.
Yeah. Oh hell, he killed. He smoked it. I was waiting.
Jay.
I was waiting for the rookie mistake. I was waiting for the moment to start to slip away from him. He made it. He had an interception thrown and he reeled it back in.
Yeah.
He reeled it back in and got right back refocused. And that's how you test whether you're going to be built for this game is how do you bounce back off of mistakes? How do you get yourself back refocused and continue to play good ball? And that's exactly what he did. Jaden Daniels, they play the Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I will say about that game. Cliff Kingsbury has designed a very good offense up there in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the right quarterback to run that system. Jaden Daniels has all the makings of what we like in the modern day quarterback, a guy that you can call design runs for, but a guy that can also stand back there in the pocket like a statue and throw it all over the yard. He made a lot of throws that were made with capital A anticipation, as JT O'Sullivan would say.
Mm-hmm.
He made big time throw after big time throw against a good defense. His team had a chance. I never quite felt Baltimore controlled that game. Let me start there. Baltimore controlled that game from start to finish. If not for the interception on the opening drive, that was a drop, a tip ball by Mark Andrews. I don't even think the game would be as close as it was. But Baltimore controlled it. Jaden Daniels played a very good game, especially when you talk about the fourth down conversion for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
On big time throw to Terry McLaurin and on the front pylon, the end zone. I mean, you talk about a guy that is seen big moments, delivered, has not blinked an eye in those moments at all. I gotta give credit to where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'll say to Cliff Kingsbury is cut out those damn design QB runs. That is not what he needs to be doing. I watched him get crunched up I watched him get folded like a lawn chair at least 3 times that I did not like.
Yeah,
And if I don't like it as a neutral fan, I know they can't like it there in Washington, bro. There's no way possible. Keep that. If he scrambles, cool, that's fine. Do not allow defense to straight up tee off on him because you're calling design runs. He is
yeah.
not Lamar Jackson.
Hmm.
He is not built for that type of style for the longevity of his career and the longevity of the season. That's what I'll say about that. But on the flip side to Lamar Jackson, I know we're talking about young QBs, but I got to show love to Lamar Jackson here. Lamar Jackson had a fantastic day. He's had a stretch of 4 games where he's been lighting everybody's ass on fire. And I
Hmm.
know if everybody's taking notice. They're 4-2. They're right now playing the best football of any team, at least offensively in the league, and he's probably poised to win a third MVP at the rate he's playing right now.
Hmm.
I appreciate the fact that Todd Monken has been able to figure out how to get Derrick Henry involved. Let Derrick Henry run the rock.
Yeah.
Let him lean on those defenses. And teams don't have an answer for it. And
Hmm.
you talk about even the offensive line who struggled early on the first couple of weeks. They've been able to gel and get it together. They're obviously playing with some heavy hearts up there in Baltimore.
Hmm.
Dealing with what they deal with, losing their offensive line coach. But they've been able to figure it out. They've been able to get it going, and I think Lamar Jackson deserves a lot of credit for what he's been able to get started. And I mean, we all know the only thing left for Lamar to do is to get the big one.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we're waiting on. This is part of the course. He's been amazing. He's gotten better. I don't know if anybody's peeped. He's gotten better as a passer, but this is part of the course for Lamar, at least for what people expect. We are ready to see you be crowned the true king of this thing and get you a championship, dog.
Right. Right. I think especially to start the year, they lost. Was it like 1-3? No, 1-2. Well, they're 4-2 now. So they're 4-2 now. They're 4-2. People started to question that too. You know what I'm saying? People started to question that, but again, like it's Lamar Jackson. Like Lamar Jackson is one of those guys you really have to kind of um, just let him play his ball, let him play his game, let him play his game, man. And like now he's starting to take control of games. He took, like I said, the Ravens had control of that whole game. Yesterday. Again, shout out to Jaden Daniels, man, because I love how poised he is, how patient he is, and he's having fun. You see him out there, he's having fun. I feel like he's LSU and he's bumped it up a notch or two. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great situation for him in Washington. Great situation with the offense. And he's going to continue to get better week after week after week. And I know Washington fans have a sigh of relief because this is something they've been wanting for a long time. And they're 4-2. And they lead the division. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely joy for them. I bet this is joy for just the front office and for Jaden Daniels as well. So man, kudos to that young man. He out here playing his game, doing his thing. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Absolutely, absolutely. I didn't watch this game, of course, but Drake May made his first career start
Well, I
against the
watched it.
Houston Texans.
I
Did
watched it.
you did watch it?
I did. I did.
What can you tell me? I mean, based off some of the things that I saw, it looked like the big arm that we saw from North Carolina was there. It looked like he can make. It looked like he's got NFL physical abilities. What did you see from your vantage point?
Dog, time. I'ma just say it right that time. Like, dude, he had one interception where it was just like ill advised, threw it right to the defender. It just typical rookie mistake. I mean, it just happens. And the other one was more of tip pass, interception. Couldn't throw a better pass, just tip pass, picked off, whatever. But the arm is there. The North Carolina arm is there. The confidence is there. The swagger is there. He's utilizing his legs more. He's playing Drake May football. He's playing the football that they drafted him to play. And I think only time is gonna tell how good this young man is gonna be because he played his ass off yesterday. And for that to be a loss, I had a buddy watch the game with us yesterday. He's a Patriots fan. Cuz was like, "Yo, we down, but I want to see a fourth touchdown." I was like, that's just how excited that they are or people are for Drake May in New England. And I think just watching him play, he makes the right decisions. Obviously, the offensive line needs some work. You know what I'm saying? We haven't really seen an offensive line that dysfunctional in New England. I don't think ever. So that has to work in order for him to, excel in his skills. But I think he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great, man.
I talked to my homie, man, and then hopefully he watches this video and it finds him well in these trying times. I told him straight up, I'm like, dog, y'all need weapons. You need weapons.
Yeah,
You need to shore up that offensive line. The first thing that I saw, at least from not I'm talking about New England, but just in general, like at least in Carolina, that I saw that when you make that investment in that offensive line,
yeah.
it pays dividends
Hmm.
immediately. You immediately see it. Going out to get you some weapons, man. I obviously they're going to be in play for Travis Hunter. They're going to be in play for McMillan out of Arizona as well. Go load up on weapons. Go get him a guy
Oh yeah.
that can help him
Hmm.
immediately. And you probably got something. I believe in it. I understood Gerard Mayo's stance on not starting him early on.
Hmm.
Protect him as
Hmm.
much as you can.
Hmm.
Protect him until the situation lends itself to be like, hey, we got to give him a shot. We got to let him spin. And then from that point forward, you let it happen, because I know, like we talked about earlier, social media becomes such a echo chamber, and it kind of feel like those opinions weigh down on you in terms of what you have to do, and then there's no telling what you're going through in the building in terms of what your bosses are saying. So I understand he had to throw him out there to give fans hope and give fans a chance to see what the future looks like. But I understood very much why they've kept him under wraps. Not because he wasn't ready, but just because, fam, we don't want to ruin him under a situation that right now isn't
Hmm.
viable for him to be able
Hmm.
to succeed. So
Hmm.
I understand that. It looked like he showed some flashes yesterday though. Uh, we can talk about our boy though. I don't know if you got saw him. You got to see him, man.
I ain't see Spence. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see him. I ain't see him.
Well, well, brother, let me be here to tell you.
Inform me.
Um, I will. That game win is about as much of a South Carolina game I could ever think of to start your career off. I mean, damn, dog, damn. I mean, you think at some point, like, you know what? Hey, I graduated from the University of South
Wow.
Carolina. I'm away from that now. I'm in New Orleans. I'm miles away from Columbia. It can't be this bad everywhere I go. And I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Is
I
that
mean,
bad?
dude, I it wasn't that he was bad. It's just like the unfortunate set of circumstances that befolded that young man was kind of crazy. I mean, from like your first series going out, you throw the ball to Chris Olave, he gets his noggin rocked, and he fumbles the ball. They scoop and score it. Mind you, this is after Tampa Bay walked down your defense. You know what I'm saying? Walker Texas Ranger style. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Put them up type shit. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Walk them boys down. Now you're down 14-0, and you only been on the field once. And the one play that you threw the ball, you threw a completion.
mm.
Damn, dog. So from that point forward, it was crazy. But for the first half,
Oh
for the
man.
first half, he was very composed.
Mm,
They I didn't necessarily care for Clint Kubiak's play calling with him. Felt like he was trying to he wanted to hold his hand a little too much. Tried to feed of Alvin Kamara as a traditional running back, which we all know that isn't how Alvin Kamara
mm,
gets his numbers. So I knew that was already. I knew they were doing from the rip, and then losing Chris Olave in the first quarter, early first quarter, you were kind of handicapped. You were kind of strapped for what you could actually produce. But Spencer Rattler made some throws. He had some moments where you're like, oh, this was a kid that was a number one recruit coming out of high school. A guy that was projected to be the number one overall pick at one point. He showed signs of life, but
mm.
um Todd Bowles and Tampa Bay, they got something there. That's
Yeah.
kind of mainly what I took away from this game. Spencer Rattler shows some signs that you can build off of, and I think he'll get probably another game or two before Derek Carr comes back, depending on how his injury timetable looks. And I hope that he
Yeah.
wins at least a couple of those games to keep the faith from the coaching staff and the
Yeah.
fan base to keep allowing him opportunities. But really, what my main takeaway from that game was that Todd Bowles and Tampa Bay, they got something legitimate, because Baker Mayfield, you look at the stat sheet, he threw 3 interceptions. If you watch the game, oh my, those were some of the most I'll be damned interceptions that you see in a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Man.
know those. Like, bro, like
Yeah.
I'll just be damned. And that's kind of what those were.
Mhm.
They got something in Tampa, dog, and I've enjoyed watching them.
Okay. Okay.
I've enjoyed watching them so far. Keep an eye on them as we continue to move through this NFL season.
Mhm.
Between them and Atlanta, it's a 2-team race for the NFC South. So those two will be meeting up again,
Ooh.
and I expect fireworks for sure. But that's pretty much what I took from it though. And Spencer Rattler showed some signs. He's got he displayed that arm talent that we all saw from South Carolina. I think once you can get him comfortable and once you become more comfortable with him running your offense fully,
Mhm.
then maybe you'll have something. But other than that, I wasn't overly impressed with Clint Kubiak in terms of play calling though and putting him in position. So that was just my thoughts off the top. But damn, do we got anything else? I think